Hey there, believers and seekers. Something extraordinary just unfolded at the Temple Mount. That has sent shockwaves through social media. A fox has appeared, and the buzz is real. Could this be the fulfillment of a centuries-old prophecy about the Third Temple? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden layers of this ancient mystery. Join me as we unravel the significance of the fox in the Bible. Explore the rich history of Jerusalem's sacred temples, and decipher the signs pointing towards the anticipation of a third temple. This is a revelation you won't want to miss. Stay tuned, subscribe, and let's embark on this captivating journey together. The Temple Mount Moriah in Jerusalem is a remarkable place. It has long served as the primary location for worship and sacrifices for God's chosen people. This precious spot holds deep and important importance. The very first temple. King David desired to construct a lasting refuge for God. His son Solomon took on the mission, because he couldn't do it himself. If you are enjoying this video, please hit like button and type "I believe in God" in comment. Solomon built the magnificent first temple while being guided by heavenly knowledge. It had cedarwood walls and olive oil-fueled lamps. Intricate decorations were added by skilled craftsmen to portray the majesty of God's dwelling place on earth. The temple stood on Mount Moriah for about 400 years, bringing Israelis together for feasts and sacrifices. Unfortunately, invading Babylonian soldiers destroyed the majestic first temple and the second temple in 586 BC. Following the devastation, the Jewish people were exiled in Babylon. After several decades, they were led by a leader named Zerubbabel to construct a new temple in Jerusalem. Despite the difficulties, the second temple rose from the ashes, albeit not as majestically as Solomon's first. It preserved the Israelis' faith for millennia. In 70 AD, Roman armies decimate Jerusalem once more, resulting in the destruction of the Second Temple. The Jewish people were scattered, and sacrifices were discontinued. Prophecies and hopes. Is there going to be a third temple? Despite the devastation, biblical prophecies sowed seeds of hope for the temple's reconstruction. Visions, designs, and promises from Daniel, Ezekiel, and Isaiah stoked anticipation. As the years passed, rumors of a third temple began to circulate. Some people believed in signals such as the birth of a red heifer, which was necessary for purifying ceremonies. Others have suggested that governmental control of the Temple Mount and architectural designs could be clues. While the specifics were unknown, reconstructing the physical temple had profound symbolic significance beyond bricks and cement. It wasn't simply about physical construction. When it came to rebuilding the temple, it represented God's eternal covenant with His chosen people. It symbolized the restoration of a sacred site as the focal point of unified worship. Though the precise time frame was unknown, several passages alluded to a messianic era, in which the temple would serve as a house of prayer for all nations. If you enjoy our content and want to support us, click on the Super Thanks button below. Your Super Thanks is not just a donation. It is a blessing that supports our mission to share the transformative journey of Jesus. Even in its absence, the temple was vital to Jewish belief and behavior, as evidenced by the appearance of foxes and the fulfillment of prophecy. The destruction of the temple was predicted by the prophet Jeremiah. In the book of Lamentations, he paints Mount Zion as deserted, with foxes roaming freely in chapter 5 verse 18 to 19. This means that the Temple Mount will be deserted, with wild animals roaming around. However, among the sadness, there is a glimmer of hope. Something odd happened recently. During the fast day commemorating the destruction of the two temples in Jerusalem, a fox was sighted on the Temple Mount's wall, and images and videos of the incident soon disseminated on social media. People associated this sighting with an ancient prophecy from the book of Micah chapter 3 verse 12. delivered by Uriah, which stated that Zion would be plowed like a field, Jerusalem would become rubble, and the Temple Mount would be like the high places of a forest, where foxes could be found. This prophecy implied the presence of foxes. The sighting of a fox on the Temple Mount during Tisha B'Av seemed to fulfill these prophecies. A story from the Talmud of Babylon. A story about Raven Gamliel, Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah, Rabbi Joshua, and Rabbi Akiva is told in the Babylonian Talmud. When they arrived in Jerusalem and reached the Temple Mount, they saw a fox emerge from the Holy of Holies. Except for Rabbi Akiva, who chuckled, everyone began to cry. Rabbi Akiva, in response to their cries, inquired, "Why are you crying?" They responded, "A sacred place. It is said, 'Let the foreigner who approaches it perish.' And foxes will now pass through it. And we will not mourn. According to Rabbi Akiva, as it is written, 'I shall have faithful witnesses for me, Uriah the priest and Zechariah the son of Jeberechiah.' For Zechariah's prophecy to come true, Uriah's prophecy about Zion being plowed like a field has to be realized. With Uriah's prophecy fulfilled, it is guaranteed that Zechariah's prophecy will be fulfilled as well." Rabbi Akiva continued, explaining that Isaiah related Uriah's prophecy to Zechariah's. He linked Uriah's prophecy to another from Zechariah, who lived during the Second Temple period. The prophecy of Zechariah provided a striking image. There will still be elderly men and women sitting in Jerusalem streets. Rabbi Akiva ended with a profound revelation. Now that Uriah's prophecy has come true, it is apparent that Zechariah's prophecy is still legitimate. Also, foxes have been observed near the Temple Mount in recent years, reflecting old prophecies. Rabbi Shmuel Rabinowitz, the rabbi of the Western Wall, observed in 2019. It was impossible not to cry at the sight of the fulfillment of the prophecy of foxes walking in it on the evening of Tisha B'Av. Reflecting on the past, Rabbi Rabinowitz evoked Rabbi Akiva's memory to soothe his friends. Following the demolition of the temple, he prayed for the promised peace to come soon, saying, "May it be that just as we were privileged to see with our own eyes what Rabbi Akiva and his friends saw, so may we be privileged." Type, "I believe in God," to affirm. If you enjoy our content and want to support us, click on the Super Thanks button below. Your Super Thanks is not just a donation. It is a blessing that supports our mission to share the transformative journey of Jesus.